Hello everybody, this is Burgback coming to you with another Starcraft 2 commentary. And in this matchup we will have Socke spawning as the teal Protoss in the bottom left hand corner. And his opponent will be Dimaga spawning as the red Zerg in the upper right hand corner. And this is of course on Steps of War. And this is a best of 3 series for the semifinals for the Craft Cup that just happened this past week here. Actually, I think it just happened. Today's Sunday. Happened like Friday on the 13th, I think. Very lucky number 13 there. And we do see Socke just putting down his first pylon and starting to scout out with his probe here. We see a very slow Overlord starting to scout out for Dimaga here. Just not a lot happening out here early. And we did see a little bit of lag here just from some spectators that were watching the game. And got getting fixed really fast after those two people left the game here. And we do see Socke just coming up here, not seeing anything happening upside in Dimaga's base here. Looks like he's just starting to get drones here and just get as much as he can. And again, just kind of be a little aggressive here in the beginning. And we do see that spawning pool go down now. And you generally see that, 14 pool going into a spawning pool, getting an extractor. That's pretty much normal for this kind of player here. And now that they're being a little more aggressive, Socke's still in here, just trying to play around as much as he can until he gets denied by something. We see 2 gateways coming down in Socke's base, right at the ramp there, just to kind of make a little smaller of a choke here. And Dimaga's finally getting in here to get ready to scout. Of course, this early on, not a whole lot to scout. Except now he'll see that there's 2 gateways, and both of them are going right up into the main base here. So as soon as they're built here, we will have a Zealot starting to come in here. We do have another pylon come in to support these 2 gateways, especially if that one pylon goes down. Always good to have a backup pylon, just in case. And we do see Zerglings now out on the field, and that probe running away and not running fast enough. Or really, I guess they float. They don't really have legs. But we do see Dimaga getting some vision here, seeing both of these gateways here. And we do have 3 Zealots starting to go down and start the first aggressive push here from Socke here. And they're just kind of taking their time. If only they had the charge, if only they could really use charge all the time. And checking to see if there's an expansion here. Of course there isn't yet. And Socke just starting to run up with the blades out. And lots of Zerglings here to take care of this with a queen. Socke forced to push back. And seeing that, he does pull back the other 2 Zealots that were going to be on the way here. And now we see a Cybernetics core coming down here, completely walling off. No, he just has a little bit of a gap there with that Cybernetics core. And this is a really good move on Socke's part. Putting this Cybernetics core here, putting his gateway here, making this small little pathway here. Those Zerglings are going to have to come through one by one. And as we see here, that probe's starting to come in. Gets decimated pretty easily, but these Zerglings are going to be forced to come through one by one up into this area. And, or not, they will just harass this little area here, trying to force Socke out. But we do see some Stalkers coming out here. Well, 1 Stalker at least, so that will stop this kind of harassment. You see that he is pointing that Stalker here to be behind here, just to kind of reinforce this wall a little bit. Dimaga pulling back just because he knows he's not going to get through that gate. And again, nothing special happening back here, just pretty much 2 gateways going for the warp gate here, and that's pretty much it inside Socke's base, except now we do see more gateways coming in back here. With that warp gate technology, he will be able to place those gateways anywhere he wishes. And it looks like Socke going on the offensive again, going to be searching. Oh, takes out that poor calf. Oh, that's a shame. And down goes that Zergling. At least they could take it back and, I don't know, cook it for food. I don't know. We do see spine crawlers coming out here for Dimaga at his expansion. Very good move here as well, just kind of making a little bit of a defensive for him. Another Zergling coming up, two scout gets killed. And this Overlord kind of just sitting here, just biding its time, just waiting to go out. And it looks like Socke now going for an expansion as well. Oh, I love the sound of those warp gates being made. It's like turbines going off. And we see inside here that probe trying to get in, but getting denied by these spine crawlers and that one Zergling. We look inside Dimaga's base here. We don't see a whole lot on his side either. We have a roach swarm. We did see some roaches a little bit earlier there. And we do see the spawning pool, but not really going for a lot of tech here. Hiding his Zerglings in the back there as well. But again, not a very high-tech game here, minus Protoss being high-tech. But, you know, not seeing a lot of upgrades here. We're now seeing a forge come down for Socke. Seeing a robo facility. Now starting to see some advancement here as we see the Hydralisk Den come in. So we are going to start seeing a little bit higher tiered units come out on both ends here. And of course the upgrades on the forge for, and now the forge is down, right away the ground units start getting their upgrade. And we have a probe just going out to scout out, see if Dimaga is expanded anywhere. Which of course Socke's now seeing that he hasn't. Of course there could be some kind of expansion coming up here, and Socke is just kind of looking for that. He did come up to this tower, didn't see anything going up there, but Dimaga having the same idea, just kind of coming out here to scout to see if anything's up there, and Socke getting out of there in time, just not to be seen. It looks like being pulled back here, pulling back his Overlord. And just a little slow here on the beginning, just trying to, they're just trying to macro up, go with their game plan. We do see Immortals coming out. We do see a Robotics Bay coming out as well for Socke, which generally means that we're going to see some Stalkers, because you don't generally see upgrades going to the Observers, especially since we don't see any Observers out right now. And these rocks are going to come down. The Zergling is coming in from the back door. It looks like Socke is now seeing this and bringing in his units to help defend. And those Zerglings are going to be going down. And Dimaga just pulling back those two that are alive yet. And those Immortals putting a robotics facility down here. Not going to be able to get anything out of that choke, so a very good idea to put it down here on the lower level. Of course, not a lot here to defend it, just these units. So if these units would go down, Dimaga could have a pretty breezeway here into this little expansion here. We also see a Twilight Council coming down. I'm surprised he's putting all this tech out here. He doesn't. I'm not sure why he's not building in the back here. Of course, that could also be because if he builds back here and gets attacked back there, there's not a whole lot that can be done, especially with a small choke.